There's a moment almost everyone experiences, but very few people know how to explain. You wake up feeling clear, grounded, focused, and then something happens. A thought enters your mind, a fear, a memory, an uncertainty, a future scenario your mind suddenly starts building. And within minutes, you feel different. Your energy changes, your body tightens, your emotions shift, your momentum disappears. Suddenly you feel overwhelmed, reactive, anxious, disconnected, or emotionally off. And most people immediately interpret that experience as proof that something is wrong with them. But what if that's not true? What if you're not broken? What if your system is simply reacting? Welcome to the Vibrational Stage Podcast. Today, we're talking about one of the most human experiences imaginable. How do I stay aligned when my mind pulls me into fear, overwhelm, or reaction? And more importantly, what if alignment is not the absence of reaction, but the ability to understand what's happening inside you while it's happening? Because that changes everything. Most people think alignment means always feeling peaceful, always feeling confident, always feeling spiritually connected, always being high vibration. But that's not real life. Real life includes stress, fear, uncertainty, disappointment, overthinking, mental spirals, emotional reactions. The problem is not that these things happen. The problem is that when they happen, most people unconsciously enter a secondary reaction. They react to the reaction. I shouldn't feel this way. What's wrong with me? I thought I was doing better. Why am I back here again? And now the original fear becomes amplified by self-judgment. This is where VybeShift introduces a different lens entirely. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, we begin asking, what is my system trying to do right now? That is a radically different question. Because your nervous system is not your enemy. Your thoughts are not trying to destroy you. Your emotions are not proof of failure. Very often, your mind is simply trying to protect you. The problem is, it uses outdated methods. Your mind sees uncertainty and says, quick, prepare for danger. So it catastrophizes. It overthinks. It scans for problems. It creates future scenarios. It tries to emotionally brace you for pain before pain even arrives. And if you don't understand what's happening, you begin identifying with the reaction itself. But awareness changes everything. One of the biggest realizations I recently had was this. The mind often believes fear is protection. But many times, fear is simply noise generated by a system attempting to regain control. That doesn't mean you fight the system, it means you understand it. Because when you understand a system, you stop personalizing every response it produces. And this is where something profound begins to happen. Instead of spiraling with the reaction, you begin observing it. You begin noticing, oh, my system is activated right now. Not I'm failing. The distinction matters more than most people realize because awareness creates space and space interrupts automatic identification. This is also where the present moment becomes incredibly important. One of the deepest insights emerging through VybeShift recently is this. The present moment is the only place where you can actually do anything about anything. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not the catastrophic future your mind is inventing. Only here. Only now. But fear tries to pull you out of the present moment. It drags you into imagined futures, hypothetical outcomes, worst-case scenarios, emotional simulations. And while your body exists in the present, your mind is fighting ghosts in the future. That's exhausting. No wonder people feel overwhelmed. And this is why systems thinking matters so much. Because once you understand the mechanics of what's happening internally, you stop treating every emotional reaction like an identity crisis. You begin realizing, this is a process, a pattern, a system response, not a personal failure. This week inside VybeShift, we're going deeper into the idea from multiple angles. Because alignment is not perfection. Alignment is awareness. Alignment is recognizing when your mind is pulling you into fear and gently returning yourself to the present, again and again and again. Not perfectly, but consciously. And honestly, that may be one of the most important skills a human being can develop. Because life will always contain uncertainty, but uncertainty does not have to become suffering. You can learn to observe your reactions without becoming consumed by them. You can learn to recognize fear without automatically obeying it. You can learn to pause before spiraling. And maybe most importantly, you can learn that having reactions does not make you weak. It makes you human. So if you've been overwhelmed lately, if your mind has been loud, if you've been pulled into emotional spirals or fear narratives, please hear this clearly. You are not broken. Your system is reacting. And once you understand the system, you begin working with it instead of against yourself. That's where the shift begins. Thank you for spending this time with me today on the Vibrational Stage podcast. And if this episode resonated with you, the next step is the VybeShift blog, where we continue exploring these ideas in deeper, practical ways, designed to help you move from overwhelm into grounded clarity. Until next time, keep breathing, keep observing, keep returning to the present moment, and keep moving forward. Follow the link to the VybeShift blog, and I'll meet you there.